Well, there has been a great deal of excitement and anticipation over these elections in Mexico, and indeed here in Tijuana, where we are just steps from the US border, many thousands of dual nationality residents from the United States have crossed into Mexico in order to have their say over Mexico's next president. The race is now on to try and find those who have been trapped in the rubble of the destroyed buildings. And as difficult as it may be, those responders who are moving the broken pieces of building along a human chain, piece by piece, are pleading for silence in order that they might better locate the cries for help of those trapped underneath. We are currently seeing flash flooding. Here behind me you can see that the Rio San Pedro has burst its banks. It's ripping trees out of the ground as they float their way down behind me into the Pacific Ocean. So how does Mayan maths work? Well, a dot is a single unit and 5 dots combine to make a bar. The monarchs were late in arriving here to the forests of central Mexico, and scientists say that with each passing year, the delay is becoming lengthier. You can see it's an absolute scramble in order to try to get onto this pickup. This is going north to Querétaro. There are more than 500 people standing here on this part of the journey alone, and they're going to absolutely cram themselves in as fast as possible in order to get further north. The US-Mexico border, and when I say the US-Mexico border, I mean the US-Mexico border. This here is the border wall. I'm here just a bit taller than it because I'm standing on top of a jeep. Ancient Mayan monuments like Chichen Itza have stood here in the jungles of the Yucatan Peninsula for thousands of years.
Well, I'm an illegal immigrant, so...
You yourself are an illegal immigrant?
Yeah.
And how did you come into the United States in that case?
Through the desert.
Cabo Pulmo's success has seen its population swell from just 3 families in 1995 to more than 100 residents today. The state capital's government is beginning to promote the sport as a tourist attraction, encouraging visitors to ignore the blood and gore and focus instead on the cultural experience.